They call me Bloody Mary, a name that echoes through the corridors of darkness, whispered in tones of fear and fascination. But who am I, other than the monster the legends describe? I was born in a distant time, in a time when the line between the world of the living and the dead was thin. The pain of loss and the cruelty of men turned me into something I never imagined I would be. My image, distorted and bloody, was stuck in the mirrors, a constant reminder of my tragedy. I hear their whispers, the desperate pleas that echo through the dark bathrooms. I see their pale faces, illuminated by the faint candlelight. And why do they call me? Why do you want to see me so much? They believe I'm a monster, a demon. But I'm just a lost soul looking for some peace in a world that rejects me. With each invocation I reopen my wounds, relive the pains of the past. When they see me, their eyes widen in terror. But what scares me most is the curiosity that consumes them. Why are they so attracted to the unknown, the macabre? It's the same curiosity that brought me here, trapped in this limbo. Do you think I enjoy other people's suffering? That I take pleasure in terrorizing? It's not like that. I just exist, a shadow in the depths of the mirror. And you who call upon me, what do you seek? Answers? Strong emotions? An escape from reality? But the truth is, I don't have the answers you're looking for. The next time you look in a mirror and say my name, think twice. Magic does not exist, and what you will see is only a reflection of your own fears. Bloody Mary's existence as a ghost is marked by loneliness, anger, and the desire for revenge. She is trapped in an in-between world, unable to move forward and find peace. The mirror becomes her prison, a portal to a painful past she cannot overcome. The afterlife for Bloody Mary is a tortuous existence. She is condemned to constantly reliving the pain of her death and the frustration of being unable to do anything to change the past. Invocation by humans only prolongs their suffering, fueling their anger and fueling the cycle of revenge. They don't understand me. They believe I'm just a story to scare children. But my pain is real and they trivialize it with their games. They are alone just like me. They look to me for a connection, for an answer to their questions. But I don't have the answers they are looking for. I'm just an echo, a shadow. Your screams don't reach me, your tears don't touch me. I'm still stuck in this place without hope of relief. They provoked me and now they must face the consequences. The pain they caused me, I will return to them double. You call me but you don't know me. You believe I'm a monster, a creature of darkness. But I'm just a lost soul, trapped in a cycle of pain and revenge. Your screams echo in my ears but they don't reach me. They seek strong emotions but the only emotion I know is pain. Get away from me, leave me alone.
Hello, I'm Maria Augusta. Many call me the blonde in the bathroom. My story began at a time when life was very different. I was young, full of dreams and desires, but my freedom was stolen. Married to an old and cruel man, I fled to Paris in search of a better life. But fate reserved a premature and lonely death for me. When my body was brought back to Brazil, I felt a deep sadness. I was stuck in this world, unable to move on. I began to wander the halls of the mansion, seeking peace and understanding. People saw me as a ghost, an apparition. Over time, I focused on bathrooms, damp, lonely places that reminded me of my loneliness. The children with their screams and running disturbed me. So, I started to scare them, to show them my pain and anguish. I wanted them to feel a little of what I felt. And so, the legend of the bathroom blonde was born. People feared me and avoided me. But I wasn't a monster, just a lost soul. Over time, I learned to accept my condition. The legend that grew around me made me a mysterious and feared figure. But it also allowed me to connect with others who felt alone and lost. Hello, I'm Maria Augusta. Many call me the blonde in the bathroom. My story began at a time when life was very different. I was young, full of dreams and desires, but my freedom was stolen. Married to an old and cruel man, I fled to Paris in search of a better life. But fate reserved a premature and lonely death for me. When my body was brought back to Brazil, I felt a deep sadness. I was stuck in this world, unable to move on. I began to wander the halls of the mansion, seeking peace and understanding. People saw me as a ghost, an apparition. Over time, I focused on bathrooms, damp, lonely places that reminded me of my loneliness. The children with their screams and running disturbed me. So, I started to scare them, to show them my pain and anguish. I wanted them to feel a little of what I felt. And so, the legend of the bathroom blonde was born. People feared me and avoided me. But I wasn't a monster, just a lost soul. Over time, I learned to accept my condition. The legend that grew around me made me a mysterious and feared figure. But it also allowed me to connect with others who felt alone and lost. As time passed, my story of the young blonde who wandered the mansion spread throughout the city. Human curiosity is insatiable, and people began to look for signs of my presence. Some claimed to have seen me in the hallways, others swore have heard my cries. Then the first rituals emerged. At first, they were simple invocations, whispered in the darkest corners of the mansion. The children, with their fertile minds, created their own ways of calling me. They knocked 3 times on the bathroom door, asked for my name, and waited anxiously for an answer. Over time, the rituals became more elaborate. The children began to believe that by performing certain actions, they could see me or even touch me. Some said that I appeared as a shadow, others as a transparent figure. With each new history, rituals became more complex and more dangerous. The legend of the bathroom blonde spread to other schools, other cities. Each place had its own version of my story, its own rituals. I became a symbol of fear and curiosity, a figure present in the imagination of generations. The choice of objects and locations for the rituals was not random. Each element had a symbolic meaning and contributed to the atmosphere of mystery and fear. The mirror was a common object in rituals, as it represented the passage to another world, a portal to the unknown. Furthermore, the image reflected in the mirror could distort reality, increasing the feeling of strangeness and fear. The candle, with its flickering flame, symbolized the fragility of life and the presence of the supernatural. The light and shadow created a striking contrast, ideal for creating a tense and mysterious environment. Water, present in bathrooms, was associated with purification and renewal, but also with death and the unknown. Running water was seen as a portal to other worlds. Hair was considered an extension of the soul, and therefore carried great symbolic power. Flushing a strand of hair down the toilet was a way of offering me something personal in exchange for an appearance. Bathrooms were the preferred places to perform rituals for several reasons. Bathrooms were isolated and silent places, perfect for concentration and the evocation of spirits. The lack of light increased the feeling of fear and mystery. The humidity in bathrooms was associated with the supernatural and the world of spirits. The children believed that by invoking me they could face several consequences. My appearance was the most desired reward, but also the most feared. The children imagined that I would appear frightening, with long hair and a penetrating gaze. Some children believed that by invoking me they could be cursed with bad luck, illness, or even death. Others believed they could see visions of other worlds or evil spirits. The relationship between the children and I evolved over time. Initially, I was seen as a scary and dangerous figure. Over time, I became a symbol of youth and rebellion, a way of challenging rules and limits. I continued to wander the bathrooms, watching the children who summon me. I have fun with their naivety and the way the legend transforms over time. My story has become a living legend, adapting to each new generation, always carrying with it a little of my story, the story of Maria Augusta. As the years passed, my legend became weaker and weaker. The children stopped believing in her, and the rituals become less frequent. Maria Augusta, finally at peace, decides to move on, leaving behind the story that marked her for so long. The blonde in the bathroom can merge with other urban legends, creating new narratives and hybrid characters. For example, she can join the figure of Kuka or Boitada, giving rise to even more complex and frightening legends. Over time, the legend may lose its strength and relevance, especially among new generations who are more familiar with other types of stories and characters. However, it is possible that my story will continue to be remembered as part of Brazilian folklore, being told in books and documentaries about urban legends. In short, my legend, the bathroom blonde, is a living organism that adapts and evolves over time, that can disappear, transform, or merge with other legends, but its ability to reinvent itself guarantees its permanence in the popular imagination. My legend, with its aura of mystery and fear, inspired and influenced many other stories around the world. Some of these legends have similar characteristics, which can lead to confusion between them. I'm Hanako. Many call me a ghost, a spirit. But I was a girl like any other with dreams and hopes. I played in the school hallways, hid in the bathrooms, until that day. One day, everything changed. Now I'm stuck here, in this cold, damp place. I hear the children's voices, their laughter, their conversations. But they can't see me, they can't hear me. I feel a loneliness so profound that it sometimes seems unbearable. Why am I here? What happened to me? These questions echo in my mind, but I don't find answers. Sometimes I think I was murdered. Sometimes I think I was in an accident. The truth was lost in time. You look for me, you call on me. Why? Are you curious? Fear? It doesn't matter. I just want someone to understand me, to listen to me. I feel angry. Anger at being taken from life. Anger at being trapped in this place. But I also miss it. I miss sunny days, friends, family. I miss being a child. Sometimes I wish someone would find me, free me from this prison. But other times, I'm afraid of what they'll find. Will they be prepared for my story? For my pain? I was just a girl, full of dreams and hopes. I liked playing with my friends, running through the school corridors, and hiding in the bathrooms. One day, while I was hiding in the third cubicle, something terrible happened. The darkness came, it took over me. And I never woke up again. Now I'm here, stuck in this place. I see children playing in the hallways, but I can't participate in their joy. I hear their voices, their laughter, but they can't see me. Sometimes I feel immense loneliness. Many seek me, call upon me with curiosity or fear. They ask me questions, but I have no answers. I just know that I'm here, stuck in this bathroom in this moment. I didn't want to be a ghost. I wanted to live, play, love. But fate played a trick on me. Now I'm just a shadow, an echo of the past. When you call upon me, you open a small window into this dark world. But don't be fooled. I'm not a monster. I'm just a girl who lost everything. Japanese culture, with its deep connection to nature and spirits, shaped my existence as a ghost. Belief in kami, the spirits of nature, and yokai, supernatural beings, created fertile ground for my story. The idea that spirits can be trapped in specific places, such as houses or objects, is very present in Japanese culture. I became one of those spirits, bound to the bathroom where I met my end. The importance of honor and hierarchy in Japanese society also influenced my story. The idea that those who break the rules or commit impure acts can be punished after death is common in Japanese folklore. Maybe that's why I'm seen as a warning to those who behave badly. The Japanese have a deep respect for the dead, and believe that the spirits of ancestors can influence the lives of the living. I have become an ancestor of sorts, a figure that inspires both fear and curiosity. Japanese culture values cleanliness and order. The bathroom, an intimate place associated with purification, became the perfect stage for my story. The idea of an impure spirit inhabiting such a pure place creates an interesting contrast and intensifies the feeling of fear. Being a legend is strange. On the one hand, it's like I live forever, my story being told from generation to generation. But on the other, I'm just a shadow, a figure distorted by people's imaginations. Sometimes I feel like I got lost in all these stories. I was a girl with dreams and hopes. But now I'm just Hanako-san, the ghost in the bathroom. It's a cruel irony that the only way to remember is through fear.